So, hi. So we are live,
Hi.
I think, I hope. Good. So the plan for today, welcome everybody.
Hi.
Happy 4th of July to the American viewers. We have to work over here in Europe and you can enjoy the fireworks. Anyway, so if you found your way to our live stream, thank you very much for joining us. The plan for today is just answer any questions you might have, and I hope there are going to be some questions. And little update on the Facebook thing. Since yesterday, Facebook is taking submissions for the new permission model for live streaming, so we had to withdraw our submission and submit a new request to get the permissions we need. And I hope this is not taking another 6 weeks, and we'll be able to reactivate the Facebook comments feature. Right now I have to watch the Facebook comments manually and see what's coming in. Carlos Phoenix is watching. Hi Carlos, thanks for joining us.
Hi Carlos.
Kevin Bressington, hello Kevin.
Hi.
And a guy with a very unfortunate name, Saddam Hussein, is watching also. There's the first question already. Do we have a soccer scoreboard template for mimoLive?
Yeah, very good question.
Can you show us?
We are still in development of it. Can I show it? I think I have to prepare that.
This is a fun format because we get to goof around with stuff, and I can just put up Achim's screen and you can see what he's doing, and so we can show you things some, you know, and you can ask questions, posting them into the comments. I will be monitoring them. Gary G on YouTube is telling me that there's a terrible quality, and I must admit that I think I know why that is. Let me see if I can change that in midstream, and hopefully this will work out. If not, then I think we should send people over to Facebook. Well, the picture sound seems like the network connection to YouTube isn't very good today. I see that we are not uploading a lot of data, so hopefully it will be better, or will get better. YouTube. All right, so hopefully it will get better. I've reduced the data rate that we to YouTube and Facebook, so we don't crash the line too much. Let's see how that works. So, all right. Do we have more questions? Yes, we have more questions in Facebook. John Idelson is watching. Hi John, I hope you had a good trip to Europe or still are in Europe. Michael Slade also joined. Hi guys. Tom Island says quality here in San Francisco is great on Facebook. Yes, I hope so. It seems to be that the ingest to YouTube isn't working. I see it dropping off every now and then. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe our internet provider here is unfortunately not the best. Hopefully we can upgrade that soon. All right, so if you have questions, post them in the comments, and we will get around to them as soon as possible. So, let's see if I get this question in mimoLive. I should get questions in mimoLive, right? Newsfeed, where is the newsfeed window? Comments, there we are. Oh, so we've got a question from one of our friends. Ever used the NewTek Connect Spark on a mobile solution? We have not used the Connect Spark on a mobile solution. I think I sent you a link to the Connect mount, I think. Spark mount. Spark mount is the name of that thing. That's the only one I know. We've used it in the studio. We use it for grabbing a feed from the from a presenter computer, and you can go to our YouTube page and see a couple of videos I took where we grabbed the screen from my Mac, and we used NewTek Connect Spark to do that, and it's a cool device, and I see how you want to use it mobily, and but the Spark mount made by an American company is the only solution I know. Maybe, Achim, we can make a 3D printable version of a Spark mount. But we can't print the batteries, that's the problem. 3D printing of the batteries would be cool.
Yeah.
All right, more questions. Whoa. There's lots of comments coming in on Facebook, which is nice. Mark Ferdinand Körner, yes, hello, welcome. Michael Slade, hi. I think I said hi to you as well, so. Manu Prasad, hey guys, could you please set up the Facebook YouTube stream about 24 hours prior to the event so that we have a notification and can tune in? I'm glad you found the stream without the notification. It's right now it's a little bit flaky so that we can set up the Facebook events and stream to that. So we have, Facebook revoked all the permissions to do that. So we decided we would just take a chance and stream live and wait until everybody is notified. If you want notifications, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel or like the Facebook page, and then you will be notified as soon as we go live. Mark, I think you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, and now I get the reply to your YouTube YouTube comment on Facebook. Correct? Make a European version. I think that's regarding the Spark mount. Mark, switch to Facebook. Yes, YouTube is like 12 frames per second. Yes, that exactly is correct. I see that we are encoding 12 frames per second. That's because the upload is not working right now to Facebook. But it's getting better. We currently have around a megabit of upload, and that will cause the encoder slowly to ramp up the intended bit frame rate of 25. Any ideas when the Instagram feed comes back to mimoLive? Mark Ferdinand. Yes, we are working on a release that's centered around social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. We try to get up to date to the latest versions. Instagram is a problem only in Europe. The American version works apparently. So American users can log into Instagram. Europeans can't because of I think it's because of the GDPR. Additional step required for GDPR, which doesn't work in in-app browsers, and so. Because we've created the login process to use in-app browsing in mimoLive, something doesn't work there. We're looking into that. We hope that Facebook fixes that for Instagram, or Instagram fixes that. It's the same thing. And then the Instagram feed will be back in mimoLive. Sorry about that. This is things when the social media platforms change, and so you certainly, I think you didn't miss the big uproar at the beginning of the year around Facebook, and they just panicked and pulled all the plugs. So, and slowly we're getting back some access. Michael Slade, was there any follow-up by Microsoft at NAB? I think you were referring to the announcement that Skype would get NDI. NewTek just recently finally released NDI 3.5. If you download mimoLive, the current beta version already has the current SDK, so NDI 3.5 is in mimoLive in the current version, in the current beta version, which we'll hopefully release as a final version soon. And we haven't heard from Microsoft yet about the beta for Skype, but I assume it will be soon, and I guess that NewTek is going to make a big announcement when that is ready. But we'll follow up with the engineer we talked to at NAB next tomorrow. So I will send him an email and ask him about that. John Idelson, how many reporter feeds can be connected to mimoLive? What hardware is needed to be stable?
It's a hard question.
That is a very hard question. Yes. I think the biggest issue is probably the bandwidth between you and the devices. So we've been using 5 or 6 Mimo calls, and that worked. But here at the location I'm at right now, we are getting very low connection speeds over Mimo call. It's actually working quite good today. Achim, you're quite sharp, and we get a lot of data. But last time we did this, the connections didn't work out that well, and so this is something that depends on very, very many factors. What hardware is needed to be stable? That's also a question that is very hard to answer. I'm using an iMac Pro here, and it works quite well. But I also have a MacBook Pro, and I had 5 Mimo calls on the MacBook Pro as well. So it's a moving target. It's not hard science. So. Yeah,
Oliver, but don't forget the special cooling device you use for your MacBook Pro, like an ice bag below it.
if you're using a MacBook Pro, you should cool it down with external fans, and don't put it into a protective shell or something, so that the heat can dissipate. The MacBook Pro has a special problem when it's getting hot. It slows down the processor, and then you get all kinds of interesting effects. All right, so let's see if we got more questions here. Let's do one on Photomagico. I just installed Photomagico. When I try to save a project, the progress bar is not showing any progress and won't save my project. What is the issue? That's kind of one of those questions I was dreading, because there's, I don't know, Achim, do you know if there's an answer or something that London Visual Productions could check?
Usually I would suggest to look in the console app by Apple and see if there is any error message in that moment that you press the save button or the progress gets stuck. The other way would be to see if the complete application is blocked. Do you see the spinning beach ball, or can you still work with a different document, so only the one you wanted to save is blocked? Yeah, that's the kind of questions also our support team will ask you. So.
Yeah, so that's one of the things we can tell you is that if you have specific technical problems, it's best to contact the support team, support@boinx.com. They are able to help you most of the time, and if not, they will escalate the issue up to the engineer and see if we can figure out what's going on. In this special case, please contact support@boinx.com immediately, because I see we have another person, Laura Adler, on YouTube having the same issue. We would also love to know what's happening, so please contact support@boinx.com so we can get you get in contact with you and find out what's going on. Also, are there more instructional videos, not promotional videos, that explain how to use all parts of Photomagico? There is online documentation available, and there's a couple of tutorial videos on our YouTube channel, and we are certainly taking this feedback that in a way that you would like to have more, and we will be doing more. Right now, we are, there's not much going on with Photomagico, because there's a lot going on with Photomagico, there's big things going on, and so we need to take that onto our to-do list for the future. So thank you.
Again, for the saving issue, one recommendation I can give is to try to work only on your internal hard disk, not to store images on an external disk, and also your document, so that Photomagico can work with the internal disk. This is much faster than working on an external disk, and it's properly tested.
All right, Laura, please contact support@boinx.com. I think we would like to know what's going on and find out. Also, London Visual Productions, please contact support@boinx.com so that we can get to the bottom of this problem. All right, more questions on Facebook. Manu Prasad, okay, guys, this is a long one. Could you have the new audio feature that you have for audio output for video output as well? Just like how we can have two streams with two different audio sources, can we also have video out so that the live stream can have one video out and the video out for output screens have a different source, e.g. only camera? So this is also a very long-standing feature request. I can tell you that we would love to have something like that, and one of the things we might
actually. Actually, we put it already on our roadmap, so it will happen.
It will happen sometime, you know. But it's to adjust the expectations. One thing we're going to do is that we enable you to set up an output destination where you can capture either program out or a source. So you can do clean recording of incoming sources at the same time as you do the mix. However, we won't be able for now to do two different program outs. One way to do that, however, is to make a second document. So you can have just open a second document and use the same video sources in the second document and produce a second program out, which is kind of not so easy to control if you do video switching and stuff like that, but it's possible to create a second out. Also, there's a neat trick with using Siphon, which allows you to put a Siphon output layer in anywhere in the layer stack and use that as an input into the second document, so you can, for example, create a clean feed without the graphics overlay and save that to a second document. A lot of things you can do with this. Achim, maybe do you want to show something like that, or you primed up with the soccer stuff, right? We can come back to that. I see.
But I can easily switch to a different document, so it's no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to. Yeah. Do you quickly show the thing with the Siphon? The trick with Siphon.
I can try.
Okay. So let me put up the Achim screen, and I should just turn off the crawl, I think.
So I'm just creating a new document, and for demo purpose I will add a cloud layer. That's one of our favorites to demonstrate. This is a different video stream than another one. So now imagine you have also a station logo, and this will go on top of the clouds. And as you can see here, clearly, let's see, can I switch on my I want to switch on mouse busy effect. Well, that was the wrong button. Coming back to this later. Now you want to stream this, of course, though I enter a live streaming output destination in this document and use it to stream. And now I create a second document, the same size, same frame rate. And in this document, I put in a Siphon receiver source. So the Siphon receiver will capture the image from a Siphon sender, and I need to add in the first document a Siphon sender layer. So this Siphon sender layer goes between the clouds and the station logo, and I need to switch it to live. So my server name is mimoLive output. This will be the default for the Siphon receiver. In the second document, I will use it as an output. So you can see the Siphon receiver will capture the mimoLive output from here and put it on the video out without the station logo, because the station logo is below the Siphon. I can put it on top of the Siphon, and now it will also transmit the station logo. That's in this case, if the Siphon layer is between and we don't have the station logo, this is called a clean signal, which has no overlays. And this can, of course, be saved, for example, by a file recording and saved to disk. One downside, the siphon sender and receiver don't transmit audio, so you need to bring in the audio on a different path to the secondary document, or you can save the audio right here with a file recording only, and mix it later on with the file recording of that. Oliver, I hope this does the trick.
Yes, cool. Thank you, Achim, for the demo, and we have to come back to the soccer question. Do you want to give us a sneak preview of the soccer layer, the soccer or stuff? Just a very quick demo.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the document right here. So there's a lot of things going on. So we are in the middle of developing a sports layer pack, and this will contain several sources and layers. In this case, you already see team data sources. Those sources can be set up here in this action gear currently. And for each team, you set up an emblem for the team. You can set up primary and secondary, which will later be used in the layout and in the drawings. You specify a column name words for the player list, and the player list is down below here. I can open it up in a bigger text editor, and you can see that the text is very simple, comma separated. So in this case we have the number of the player, the last name, the first name, their birth date, and size and weight and what have you. So you can easily copy and paste from or export from an Excel sheet your data, and you don't need to strip it, because we can grab the certain parts by your definition of the column names. So this makes up one team. I have set up several teams for a tournament. As you can see, each team has its own emblem, and also, of course, the team names, the player names. So the next thing you need is a sports game data layer, and this will bring two teams together to one match, to one game. And you can easily create a new match by adding a new variant to this layer. It will make a copy of the current selected one, and here you have all the teams you can choose from. So I selected two different ones, just random, to show how that works. And this sports game data layer will combine both teams to one data set, and will pass it on to all the other layers that goes on top of it. So itself, it won't display any data to the program out, but the next one layers will do. So in this case, in this demo, for example, we can present a sports lineup. This lineup and its definition, which player goes to which position, is set up in the team data. That's the last text field here, starting from the goalkeeper through all the other positions. And once we start this, for example, for the home team, then we will get a smooth animation presenting all the players, and once the typical layer disappears automatically and shows the sport scoring. So there's also an alternative for that, displaying the players with a list, for example, with a nice animation, fading in or moving in this case, pushing in and pushing out. And this will automatically update for the team we select in the sports game data layer. So once we have a different match, I just switch the team, the match from that to the second one, for the first one, and I can
maybe you should turn off the run of play layer for now and put in a video or image from the game in the background.
Didn't understand that correctly. So you mean
yeah,
like this?
Yes, and
okay.
and then turn off the run of play layer.
Run of play layer off.
Yeah, so
okay,
yeah,
so
and then now it looks better when you put in the animations.
I see. I see. So this goes with the 3D animation. So if you have a different sport going on, we can switch the sport, for example, from soccer to the basketball. Then the court will change, the court floor will change to a basketball court. And going back to the soccer again. And this is for the sports game. Looks like this. Of course, you can customize the images for the table here, a table background, header image, and so on. So you can adjust it to your own corporate
graphic stuff. All right. So
so in the run of play,
run of play.
I mean, run of play. It's a bit complicated, so it has a clock, it has the home and the guest scores. It has also
penalties.
Overtime, penalties in the overtime. So because this is very complex to control via this long list of controls, I suggest that you use the remote control surface, and I'm quickly creating this for you. Actually, this is already installed because the document was already created, and in this case, all those buttons are connected, so I can run the clock.
You have to turn it live.
Live, of course. Yeah. Sure. I can show the clock, I can hide the clock, I can run the clock. It will now count up, of course. Here are the scores. One more score for home, one more score for guest, and so on. So now I can pause the clock or reset it, go to the second half, play the clock again with a different time. So this should be controlled by one person that is not, I think, that is not involved in creating the stream and monitoring all the cameras, because it's a very intensive process to follow the game and set up all the statistics here.
All right, so thanks for the preview.
So if you, just one more. So if you have a penalty going on, or switching two players, I can select the Dieter, for example, and set the Stefan Bosch and push this live. And now an animation will show that those are switching the position. One is going out and one is going in, and it will turn off automatically. So this also is working for penalties. You can easily set up a penalty for each person. Yeah.
All right, great.
All right.
Thanks for the demo. So meanwhile, we have more questions in Facebook.
Cool.
And we can the soccer score template, Saddam. I think you will like that. Please contact us. Who should we?